I paid for Spanish rail company Renfe's most premium high-speed, first-class train ticket. And you'll never guess what happened when the guy next to me spilt his entire drink. But first, let me show you if Renfe Premium XL is actually worth the extra euros, or if you're better off with a cheaper option that looks exactly the same. Welcome back to yet another luxury travel video, and today we're testing out Renfe's Premium XL offering on Spain's high-speed AVE train from Sevilla to Madrid. Now, I'll be honest, I was torn between this Premium XL option and the cheaper Elige Confort option, because they both say Confort on the ticket and both promise first-class seats. But later in the video, I'll break down a travel tip that most people don't know about Spanish trains that could save or cost you serious money. I'm currently in Sevilla waiting for my Uber to take me to Santa Justa station, and I've got exactly 2 hours and 42 minutes to get to Madrid to catch my KLM flight to Amsterdam and Cape Town. The timing is tight, but Spanish trains are famously punctual, so let's see if this Premium XL experience is worth the hype. Here we are in the Uber winding through Sevilla's beautiful streets. You can see the stunning architecture flying by, and honestly, after spending a few days here, I'm almost sad to leave. But Madrid and that business class flight on KLM are calling. The driver is taking us through some narrow streets that I swear weren't meant for cars, but somehow we're making it work. That's Spain for you. Everything looks impossible until it suddenly works perfectly. Arriving at Santa Justa station, and first impressions matter. This is a modern station that honestly looks a tad more like an airport terminal than a train station. You can see the departure boards showing all the competing train companies nowadays: Renfe, Iryo, and Ouigo, all fighting for passengers on this route. Time for a quick coffee before the journey, and I look for the lounge. I've got my ticket here with a QR code ready to scan. I notice it says Premium XL, or in Spanish XL, and it says Confort, which is Spanish for comfort class. But here's where it gets confusing for some travelers, because you can also buy something called Elige Confort that feels almost identical when booking. Let me break this down for you, because this could save you money or help you avoid a disappointing experience. There are actually two main ways to get a first-class seat on Spanish Renfe AVE high-speed trains. Elige Confort gets you the big seat, but no food unless you add it on, and definitely no lounge access. And Premium XL or Premium XL, which is what I've got, gives you everything with all the space. There are a few more variations within those options, but the price difference can be significant, so choose wisely. Since I have Premium XL, I also have access to the Sala Club lounge here at the station. It's quite spacious, well appointed, with good food and drink options. The Wi-Fi is fast, the coffee is good, and there are plenty of comfortable seating areas, however bland it may look compared to airport lounges. So we have to be quite quiet in here. It's the equivalent of the business lounge that Renfe, the original speed rail company, the state-owned company, and looking very much forward to being on their first class today. So let's see how it goes. Very rudimentary lounge. I call the Sala Club, and I think that once we get on the train, we're going to see exactly why the price is higher, what kind of luxuries one get, and hopefully get there a bit faster than those in the other classes. Although wait, it's all on the same train, isn't it? This Sala Club lounge, another premium perk that adds real value. When you factor in the meal, the drinks, the extra space, and now lounge access, Premium XL starts to look like excellent value compared to the cheaper options. Walking through the station to find our platform, and there's security, but nothing like at the airport. Your bags are never weighed, and liquids are allowed. They practically just want to make sure you aren't bringing an army tanker with you. They scan your ticket and check your bags, which honestly makes sense when these trains hit 300 kilometers per hour. Here's our train pulling in, and it's massive. These AVE trains are seriously impressive pieces of engineering. I'm in coach 1, which is the Premium XL section, and I can already see this is going to be different from economy. Walking down the long platform to coach 1, and there it is. Sala Executive. There's no one here to greet me or anything like that. But wait, this is not where I'm going to be sitting. This is if a board of directors needs 8 seats together. Premium passengers board just next to that. The crew sometimes greets you with a smile, and honestly, the Spanish hospitality is already showing.
That's where we are. Toodaloo, let's go.
And here's my seat, 2A. And wow, this is genuinely impressive. Look at this space. I'm almost 6 feet tall, and there's room for me to stretch completely. The seat is leather, there are multiple storage compartments above and on the side, and check this out, there's even a drinks holder. Remember that detail, because it becomes important later. Let me show you all the features. You've got charging ports, USB outlets, a massive tray table that folds out perfectly, and the legroom is just incredible. These seats recline significantly, and the aisle is wide enough that you never feel cramped. I brought a small jigsaw puzzle for this journey, thinking it would take me maybe 2 minutes to complete in front of the camera. Anyone want to guess which famous artist painted this image? I'll give you the answer later, but let's see how long this actually takes. We're pulling out of Sevilla station right on time, and the acceleration is so smooth you almost don't realize you're leaving until you see things whizzing by. These trains reach their cruising speed of 300 kilometers per hour gradually, so you barely notice. This is engineering at its finest. Working on my puzzle here, and honestly, this is taking much longer than expected. The pieces are tiny and the lighting could be better, but there's something relaxing about having a simple task while the Spanish countryside rushes by outside. And there we go, puzzle complete. For those who guessed, this is a Kandinsky painting. Took me 20 minutes, which just shows how much time you have to relax on these longer train journeys. Here comes the first service, and they're bringing hot towels, just like on the business class plane trips. This is the kind of attention to detail that separates premium from the cheaper options. The staff are lovely, very professional, though their English is limited compared to what you might find on Irio trains. This doesn't bother me, however it may bother certain tourists. Menu time, and this is where Premium XL really shines. The menu is available in 5 languages. Can you guess what they are? I've chosen the pink pepper chicken stew, which I actually selected when booking online. Being able to see photos of your meal before traveling is a nice touch. And here's where things get interesting. The gentleman across the aisle just knocked over his entire drink, and it's gone everywhere. The floor is soaked, his pants are wet, and this is exactly why I always travel with multiple packs of tissues. I helped him clean up by offering all my tissue packs, because honestly, this could happen to anyone. This is a good reminder to always use those drink holders, people. They're there for a reason. Here comes my meal, and presentation-wise, this looks fantastic. Pink pepper chicken stew with vegetables and rice, and the wine is Don Luciano Edición Especial Sauvignon Blanc 2023 from Castilla-La Mancha in Spain. Taking my first bite, and this is genuinely delicious. The chicken is tender, the sauce has a nice kick from the pink pepper, and the wine pairs beautifully. This is restaurant quality food at 300 kilometers per hour. The service style is very civilized. They bring your meal on proper plates with real silverware, not plastic airline cutlery. You eat at your own pace while watching the countryside rush by. This is how train travel should be. Coffee service is next, and they've dedicated an entire page of the menu to describing Spanish coffee culture. Ethiopia might be famous for coffee too, but Spain takes their coffee seriously. Coffee is decent, not amazing, but perfectly adequate for a train. The views outside are stunning. We're racing through Spanish farmland, and you can see the patchwork of different crops creating this beautiful mosaic of greens and browns. This is why I prefer trains to planes for medium distance travel. You can actually see the country you're traveling through. What's also interesting to see is all 3 major train companies running this route. Renfe, Irio, and Ouigo all compete directly, which drives up quality and keeps prices reasonable. From my experience, Irio still edges out Renfe for pure luxury in first class, but Renfe's Premium XL or Premium XL is genuinely impressive and offers better value for money. The staff on Renfe are more traditional, perhaps a little less polished than Irio's younger, more international crew, but they're warm and professional. It's a different style, but equally effective. Let me show you the rest of the coach. It's a 2+1 configuration, so couples can sit together, or solo travelers can have a single seat. There's also space for groups of 4 with a table in between. I always choose a single seat facing the oncoming direction of the train. The cabin feels spacious and modern, with large windows that give excellent views of the countryside. The bathrooms are clean enough and well maintained, nothing spectacular, but perfectly adequate for a train journey. They're certainly better than what you'd find in economy. We're pulling into Madrid Atocha station and we're actually arriving early. Spanish trains are incredibly punctual and often arrive ahead of schedule. The station here is magnificent, a beautiful iron and glass structure that's worth seeing even if you're not taking a train. And here's something most people don't know about premium tickets. Your ticket with Renfe, and this also actually counts for Iryo, includes free transportation from Atocha station to Madrid airport on the Cercanías trains. That's a nice bonus that can save you 15 to 20 euros on airport transfers. Following the signs to the Cercanías trains, and there's an elevator down to the airport connection. This is brilliant infrastructure planning. You can literally travel from Sevilla to Madrid airport seamlessly, just using your train ticket. The airport train is clean, modern, and runs frequently. And within 30 minutes of arriving at Atocha, I'm at Madrid airport, ready for my next flight. This is how integrated transport should work. So, because we arrived early, it was less than 2 hours and 42 minutes of Premium XL luxury. But was it worth it? Absolutely. The price difference between Elige Comfort and Premium XL is usually around 15 to 30 euros, but sometimes a bit more than that if you book closer to the date. And for that, you get a superior meal, drinks, lounge access, and genuinely better service. If you're taking Spanish high-speed trains, my recommendation is this. Avoid the basic tickets, unless budget is absolutely critical. Elige Comfort is good value if you want a bigger seat, some food, but if you're treating yourself or if this is a special journey, Premium XL delivers luxury that rivals flying business class at a fraction of the cost. The competition between Renfe, Iryo, and Ouigo is fantastic for passengers. Each company is pushing the others to improve service and keep prices competitive. While Iryo might have a slight edge in pure luxury, Renfe's Premium XL sometimes offers the best overall value for money. Spanish high-speed rail is world-class infrastructure that puts many airlines to shame. For train journeys under 4 hours, I'd choose trains over flying every time. You see the country, there's no airport hassle, and when you factor in travel time to airports, trains are even faster door to door. So what do you think? Have you tried Spanish high-speed trains? Let me know in the comment which company you prefer and whether you think the premium upgrades are worth the extra cost. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe because I've got that KLM business class flight to review next, taking me from Madrid to Amsterdam and then all the way down to Cape Town. Keep exploring and remember, sometimes the journey really is just as important as the destination. See you next time on the tracks or in the skies.